Well, hello. So I felt obliged, not obligated, but obliged, to do a reading on twin flames because I felt a nagging spirit in my energy, or in my energy in my spirit rather. I kept hearing, before the promise of God can be received, right? Your agreement with the enemy has to be broken. You cannot receive the gift that God has for you if you're not in the place to keep it. Why would he want to waste that gift if you're not ready to receive, accept, and actually keep it, right? So I'm going to be reading for those that are on a twin flame journey or in a divine connection or spiritual connection. So I'll be picking up on both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. All right, so let's do it. Spirit, what would you like us to know? What would you like us to know, Spirit? What message do you have? It's not time with the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Queen of Spears. The karmic situation is brewing right now. Something is going on. All right. Okay. Perfect. All right. Okay. So at the bottom, crowning the reading, we have the Ace of Spears, which is the Ace of Wands. Let me have one more card, Spirit. Give me one more card. Awesome. 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 All right. So it looks like here we have someone. Oof. Okay. I'm just having all these messages coming through. I have possibly a divine feminine. Now remember, we don't have gender in energy, right? Or in spirituality, or in spirit. Spirit does not have a gender. And or in tarot even, right? Because we're reading energy. So you could be possessing a masculine energy even though you're a female, you possess a female anatomy, and vice versa, right? But we have here an energy which could be possibly a female that is possessing a masculine energy, and they're an Empress already, though. They're awake. They do sometimes go into their feminine energy, but most of the time they're more on the masculine energy because their independence solely makes them so possess a lot of masculine energy that the masculine energy is not getting balanced with the feminine energy. So there are delays here with the Wheel of Fortune coming out here. I see that it's not time yet. You're not fully balanced with your masculine. There's healing that needs to happen here. We have the Knight of Swords over here, which is a young energy in their stature of what can I say, in growth. Let me put it that way, in growth. So what I feel like here is that the masculine is still in the energy of the knight. They're not even king status yet, although a lot of masculines will declare themselves kings. They don't really understand what that entails. They have not even, some of them have not even gotten to a stage of At least the ones I'm picking up on. They probably have not even gotten to the stage of kingship or kingdomship or a kingdom man, right? But they do believe, because of the things that they were raised to believe, that a king is supposed to do this, a king is supposed to do that. With the environmental conditioning while they grew up, they feel like they're doing enough, but they're not there yet according to spirit. Get it? They are trying. They're knights, at least they're not a page. In other words, they are still seeking. A knight moves around on his horse, seeking for truth, seeking, looking around for anything that may be interfering within the kingdom, right? They kind of like a protector, also like a protector. They protect the castle, the kingdom, and they walk around on the horse, but they haven't gotten to the throne yet. Get it? So we have an Empress here, which is the divine feminine, standing in her power with the Queen of Cups. They're stable in their emotions. They know they have a cup that's set before them. If you look at this card right here, I don't know if you can see it. We have a cup here, but they're praying. They know that they have a divine gift, but it's not ready. It's not ready. Yes, we try to manifest it with the magician. We're trying, sometimes we're manifesting, but we cannot manifest something that is not ready. If it comes to us, they're just gonna go away, right? That's why we have the runner chaser dynamic. The more you chase after them, the more they're gonna run on their horse. Remember, they're riding on the horse because they're afraid. They're afraid of, what is this? They don't understand it yet. So they could be like on their horse running, trying to protect their heart, right? Because they're protecting something. They're protecting their heart. They're protecting their the way they were raised. They're protecting the theories that they know. They don't want to go outside of the box. But the one thing that they are, or they have learned from you, is that spirit is unlimited, right? Spirit is unlimited. God is unlimited. But when we put him in a box and say he is this, he is that, and then we say he said this, he say that, well, tell me something. Did God stop speaking? Isn't God speaking right now? Don't we all possess the Spirit of God? We do, right? So then why do we have to stop with certain man-made theories? God is speaking even now. That's why we go to Spirit and consult Spirit for guidance, right? That means he is still speaking. He never stops speaking. Your sheep hear his voice, right? Your sheep hear his voice. So right here, the divine feminine is not going anywhere. The divine feminine has been ready, and the divine feminine is just waiting for the I don't like to say she's waiting, because she is enough by herself. She is still working on herself. She's working on her independence, right? And that's why sometimes the divine masculine feels as though the divine feminine does not need him. Well, she is enough, but it would be nice to go into union, right? At least for those divine feminines that are standing in their power. Some, not all of them, are in their Nine of Cups. That's why we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So for the ones that I'm picking up on, some days are good, some days are not so great. Sometimes we are in our power, sometimes we are not. Sometimes we're looking at what happened. Is this real? Is this not real? Am I crazy with the Five of Cups in the reverse? Is there something else out there? Am I delusional? What is going on? What is this stuff? right? So then we go into the Queen of Wands. We're protecting ourselves. Maybe this stuff is not even it, right? We're doubting because we do have days where we feel like, you know what, maybe this stuff is not real. And this, I know I'm not the only one that has that feeling. And then I want to walk away, but I still get pulled back. Kneel and focus. Continue to heal. Continue to manifest the things that you want in your life. Continue to heal the wounds. If you have any residual pain, everything from, not only from relationships, we're looking at your childhood traumas, we're looking at past love relationships, we're looking at even jobs, some rejections that, you know, some things that you don't even think would affect you. You have to look at those things. People, you have to forgive. Forgiving yourself, the things that you have done when you were in your karmic energy before you became Empress. You have to heal those things and forgive yourself. The way you played around and messed around with all these different spirits and getting married to all these different spirits. Now, when I talk about getting married to different spirits, I'm not talking about actually marriage on this earthly realm where you are legally bound to somebody. I'm talking about when you sleep around, when you're still in the karmic energy, when you just feel like your flesh needs a man and that man is not your man, and you're just doing things that are not of the spirit, and you're contaminating yourself with all these spirits, and then that spirit has their own spirits, and then you cause what is called a soul tie. You have mixed all these energies within you. Now you don't understand why you're depressed, why you're sad, why you got all these baggages. Those are the things you should be taking into consideration why you became this person. Maybe you were not even this person, then all of a sudden you met this person, you were with them, now you don't understand why you're depressed, you got all these issues. It's because there was a transfer of energy, and you possess those energy. Now you're toxic. You used to be patient, now you're so impatient and angry and bitter, and you know, maybe they left you, now you got even more issues, now you're even angrier. And I mean, it's a lot of things, and you see, it's sad because society doesn't look at that. They just say, oh, they're angry, or they judge you, right? Well, it is what it is. When you become a divine feminine, you learn to honor yourself, to respect yourself. You become worthy. You become peace yourself. You start to be peaceful. You meditate. You honor your body. You're no longer just going around to anybody who just says you are beautiful, you're cute. It's no longer just about the body. It's about the spirit. You want to be whole, right? So, divine feminine, you are in the right track. You are in the right path. You are pushing away energies that are not for your highest good. And you are in the right track, right? Since we had Ace of Spears in the reverse, you are rejecting anybody that just wants to come and have a good time. For what? For what? What is it going to do? For the night? Until you break my heart? Until I catch feelings, and then you're going to reject me, and then I have more baggage? Why even do that to yourself? So, I do want to say that Divine Feminine, you're doing a great job. You are doing a great job. You are building your empire here with the Empress card, and you are building on your emotions, and you're trying to stay in peace. You are manifesting whatever it is that you want in your life. And at crowning, like at the beginning of the reading, we had the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, which states it's not time. The divine masculine cannot come towards you if they're not ready. They're not ready in whatever is going on in their life. They have karmic debt to pay. They are awakening, though. They are awakening. Let's take a look at and see what's going on with the masculine right now. Spirit, let me just put my cards upright that way. I want to make sure, because if cards come coming upside down, I know that it's not because they were not upside down, right? Okay, yeah, excuse me guys. So yeah, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like my channel, and remember to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload videos. Like today, I just did it randomly, so you don't want to miss those readings, because sometimes there might be something that that can help you. And I have a story to tell you in the future in regards to stuff like this, because tarot is for guidance. And if I knew that some of the things that I went through in my past, I wouldn't have gone through if I had followed some readings back then. So I have respect for readers, and I have respect for the gift, because it is a gift. You have to be able to hear from God, hear the voice of God's Spirit, and be aware of your intuition. All right, so all the cards are not upright. So Spirit, can you tell us what's going on with the masculine? I'm sorry guys if I'm making noise with me banging these cards on the table. All right, Spirit, please tell us what is going on with the masculine right now. What is their thoughts on the divine, on this divine connection, on the twin flame journey? What is it that what are their thoughts? Do they even know anything about a judgment? Okay. Yeah, I know this for a fact, and I'm gonna take this very literally. They think it's a crazy theory. I'm sure a lot of masculines, divine masculines, are not buying this, the connection, because they do not understand it. And some of them come from very strong religious backgrounds, and religion is a way to spirituality. It will come a time when they will become spiritual and understand these things, because like for some divine feminines, we have come through lots of religions, or maybe one religion, and then we surrendered and we came to spirit, and we shown the things that were shown, and our eyes were open, and we are now awake. We understand that there is no limit to what God is, or who God is, or spirit, or universe, whatever you want to call him. He has many names. He's got thousands of names. We cannot limit him. He is endless, right? He is the beginning and the end. So, and only he can pass judgment. But when you are in this religious state, that's or rather in the theories of men, let me just put it like that. I'm gonna stop saying religion, because I don't want anyone to think I'm attacking anybody's religion, because there is nothing wrong with it. It's a path, okay? It's a path, and I don't think any religion is better than any other religion. Just like you can, oops, I'm sorry, I just dropped my box. Yeah, I'm trying. It looks like something is trying to distract me from saying this, but I'm going to say it. Just like politics, you can switch religion, but you cannot change spirit, because spirit is unchangeable. He is the same every day, all day, every day, and forever, right? He will never change. He will always be one. And we are one because we possess the Spirit of God. So anyway, going back to the divine masculine over here, is probably a very judgmental person. So he probably thinks you're crazy. Whatever it is that you're talking about doesn't make any sense. They don't buy what you're saying, and you don't have. That is not your job to preach to him about it, right? It will come a time. Like this Uber driver, I was coming from therapy the other day. You say to me, life will teach. The people that don't want to hear, life will teach them. And it's crazy because I've been meeting a lot of very spiritual people, my soul family, my soul tribe, just random people. I take a lot of Uber because I got a ankle surgery, so I'm not driving, so I catch a lot of Uber. And most of the drivers that I run into, they are very spiritual people, and it's amazing that a lot of people are awakening, and especially for masculines, I'm actually kind of blown away a little bit, because I'm like, they'll actually talk about even the Bible, but they will also, you can tell that they are awake spiritually, and they will talk about spirit, like things that are supernatural that you know about, but people don't talk about, right? And one of them was like, you're saying something that not a lot of people talk about. And I say, because you and I am understanding your language. I am understanding. So the divine masculine is not there yet. And it's not for you to judge him. It's not for you to condemn him. He may condemn you and call what you're saying and what you're doing evil, because what people don't know, they will call evil. What people don't understand, they will call ignorant, and yet it's the other way around. But that's not your place to judge, because they will understand, because things are not just happening by themselves. They just don't happen. There is a reason why certain things are the way they are. It is perfectly orchestrated. But when you have that spiritual knowledge and wisdom, you understand those deeper things, like why this happened. I understand why I'm in this place because of such and such, because you understand karmic debts. You understand that everything has a consequence, right? And until a karmic debt is paid, certain things cannot move. You have to be stuck. And sometimes God intervenes and changes paths and directions, and then we wonder why things are like this, but we are not getting the lessons because we don't have a deeper understanding, right? So what else do you want to tell me, Spirit? What else can you tell us? Okay, so we know that he is standing in his power, saying this is what it is. He is very rigid and very strict and very stern about what he knows. And let me tell you something. I have a cousin of mine. Let me tell you. He tried that stuff, to approach me about like every time I would say something, that kind of, it doesn't contradict, but it actually supports the word of God. But because they don't have your understanding, because some people think that since they're older than you, they have to know more than you. And that is not true, because I may be younger, but my lifetimes may be more. You see what I'm saying? I could be older in my wisdom, and the gifts that I could be given, the downloads that I may have, may be more and deeper than your understanding. So just because and let me tell you something, it's funny because also the ego, this is what the ego does too. I had this girl, right? She was helping me out around the house when I first got injured, and I said, wow, you are so amazingly wise. I wonder if you're older than me, and your soul is older than me. She kind of took offense, but I thought that would be a compliment. And she was like, nah, but I could tell she didn't really care for that compliment. To me, it was a compliment, because I know that this meat right here, this body, is gonna die and be rotten. It's not about the body, it's about the spirit, the soul that you possess, the wisdom, the things that are written in your DNA. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the body. You look beautiful, you're young. Yes, in this lifetime, your body is perfect, but I'm talking about your wisdom, and that is a compliment. And so I really wonder how many people think about stuff like that, like, you know, take pride in their soul, take pride in their spirit, rather than just the body. Because, you know, once you're past that egotistical stuff, you know, the fleshy stuff, now you really become spiritual. And all right, so give me, Spirit, what else is the karmic? Not the karmic, I don't know why I'm talking about God, the karmic, maybe. So then maybe the divine masculine is dealing with a karmic here. And we have a 9 of swords. 9 of swords, right? But that's in the reverse. So what this tells me is that the divine masculine is looking at the divine feminine as the crazy one, but the karmic is is looking like the one right now. She's looking like the divine to the divine masculine, but that's not true, because as you can see here, we have a fox. You know, a fox is coming, right? So we have a fox here, and it's trapped in a situation here, because this is a karmic situation. So the karmic is like, I don't understand why I'm having to deal with this masculine, but yet she is there to teach him something, right? And the divine masculine, as you can see, he is standing, look at that, maybe he is just as judgmental with the karmic, and maybe they fight a lot, because as you can see, she looks like she has that face like she's about to bite. But this could also be a perception or a view from the divine masculine, that the divine feminine is in a sort of delusional trap. Like she's crazy, like the divine feminine is crazy. But it's okay, because it's gonna take time for, even like you couldn't tell me either, like when I was coming up, before I was a divine feminine, because we go through stages, depending on where you are in this lifetime and your karmic debt and all your lessons that you need to learn. There are stages that you have to go through, right? So for me, I know that I had karmic debt to pay, right? So you couldn't tell me anything either. I used to judge people too, and I'll be like, nah, they're crazy. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. You're crazy. They need a straight jacket. I'm telling you. But it does seem like it, because, you know, before you have the understanding, it's and the insight and the awareness, it does sound crazy. So yeah, so we have 5 of coins here. That's what so they think like you need help, like the divine masculine thinks you need help. And maybe they have tried to tell you, you know, about, you know, what they know about, you know, even like try to thump you on the head with the Bible. But you probably already know the Bible more than a lot of people. Like for me, like I told you, I was very religious, and I have practiced a lot of religions, and yes, I know the Bible inside and out. God put me in a place where I was like, I was like, I'm gonna read sometime I'm gonna read the Bible back to back. And it's another story, it'll be a story time too in the future. And he made me do it. He put me in a place where I was forced to do it, and I did it, and I understood it, and I did double versions. But I already like grew up in that environment, and I went to mission schools, so I knew the word of God inside and out, and I did Bible study in school, so I knew exactly what it was. And then after my divorce, I started meditating, but that's another subject for another day. Meditation is actually in the Bible, but when people talk about meditation, they think it's about Buddhism, and so what if it's Buddhism? Buddhism is not even a religion, it's a practice. And people that don't understand put things in boxes and say, oh, it's a religion, so you practice this, you practice that. So what if I'm just trying to get to spirit? The word of God says, seek and you shall find. So there is nothing wrong with how you get there. Yes, they say there's only one way, but to be quite honest, God will have respect for you for searching for him high and low. He's not going to judge you for, because you want to search for him in this town or that town. You should have just went to this particular town. I mean, hey, he already knew anyway. He already knew because everything is already written. So he already knew. The only person that really did not know was yourself, until you knew who you were and you are not doing anything wrong. Nothing under the sun surprises God. He knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. So but this is gonna happen for you. This is going to happen for you. The divine masculine is coming. He may just take a little longer. And also because, he has to be awake. He has to be enlightened with the star here. He has to discover who he really is and to truly, truly love himself and to listen to his intuition. The priestess is here in the reverse. He is not listening to his intuition. He is not listening to the voice of God. He is being immature because he is blindfolding himself to the knowledge that he really truly needs. Do you see how this guy has a pentacle and a sack of pentacles in the air like this? It's right there, but he does not want to acknowledge it. Okay? They are secrets. The moon makes people think they are going crazy, right? The moon is about Pisces. Pisces is an intuitive sign. They have very strong intuition, but it also talks about secrets, right? So there are also secrets, maybe secrets in the family that they probably have not even tackled yet, maybe that they need to deal with. And some divine masculines have not even started healing that part because they feel as though they are okay. They probably even defend their family because they have not really seen. Like, for example, let me give you an example. Do you remember, I don't know how old my viewers are, but I remember Dynasty, Dallas, the Colbys, like these old soap operas. They were always like family secrets, but even in the regular families, there were secrets. I remember with the HIV pandemic, a family member or a relative could die or have HIV or AIDS or whatever, and those things were not talked about. They were kind of like taboo. Oh, it's on the hush hush. Even now, I think people still kind of like hide things from one another. I feel like when families start to talk about things, people start to heal. Things start to heal. We start to really talk about the important things that really matter, and we start to heal generations even after us, such that when we come into these situations, we see that it is the truth. We don't have to go searching for the truth. The truth is there, but it's just was hidden from us. So now we are in an era where we are all like searching for truth, and we it's like at the beginning stages, and so I feel like eventually people are gonna get sick of hiding all these secrets, and secrets are going to be coming out. People are going to be coming out in the open about, who they are, what they went through, and things like that. And truth is going to be revealed, and the devil is going to just be ashamed and sit in the corner, because now the light is going to be on, right? So, guys, I didn't think I was going to go this long with this reading, but I want to see something. Yeah, let's see what else is happening with the twin flame, with this twin flame relationship. Spirit, see, I'm sorry. Give me a message. What else do you want the twin flames to know, or anybody that's watching, whoever is on the journey, or who is learning about the journey, or who thinks they met their twin flame, or somebody who thinks is a twin flame. Okay, all right, so I'm just checking to see if all my cards are upright. That way, if I get any reversals, I know exactly what it means. All right, thank you, Spirit. Give me 3 cards, and then I'm gonna close out this reading. Please like, subscribe. If you want, you can share these videos with your friends. But like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Some card flip. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload. Okay. And I hope this resonated with somebody. So yeah, so look at that. That came in the reverse. All right, so we have the Distant Horizon in the reverse. So real soon something is going to happen, because you see how this ship is unanchored. It was anchored, it was stuck, but now it's unanchored. So something will be unchained. In other words, a situation will be unchained, right? And all right, so let's see, let's put it down here. Something will be unchained. So maybe the karmic relationship is probably going to end and cause some turbulence within the masculine until he understands this crazy woman, right? Because he thinks the divine feminine is crazy. But she's actually probably a mature woman. Deep down, he knows that you have an understanding that not so many people have. You have a mature soul, right? You have a mature soul, and there is expectation that he is coming. What I don't want us to be doing, divine feminines, look at her. She's sitting by the window. Don't do that. We don't need to sit around, because when you sit around and you look around and wait for him, that is just going to keep you in a state of neediness, of lack. You don't want to be in this place. Stay busy. Look for things to do. Build your empire. You have the Empress card here, so you're probably an empire, an empress, an empire. You probably have an empire, or you are building an empire. Maybe you have your own business. You have a good job, or maybe a promotion is coming for you. Maybe you have different streams of incomes. If you don't, well, it's time for you to think about another stream of income. Work on your finances, your physical body, workout. That also helps your spirituality, your mental state, because when you work out, you also help your mental state, right? You're healthy inside and out. If you need to do therapy, whatever it is that you need to do, but to sit around and wait, this only chases, because the more you're sitting around thinking, when is it coming? When is this gonna happen? What's the hold up? What's the delay? You're spying on him, chasing him energetically. All you're gonna do is keep running. So you have poverty, just like I say. You're in a state of poverty, of needing him, of just craving him. Oh my God, when are you coming? I'm sorry, I'm being dramatic, but he is coming, honey. He is coming with the main male over here. You just need to do what you gotta be doing. All right. He is with a false person right now. He is with a false person. You cannot, come on, you cannot blame him, because in a karmic situation, he is probably being told, you know, what he wants to hear, what agrees with him, what he agrees with, with what he knows. It's comfortable. It's comfortable because spirituality makes you uncomfortable. It gets you in places of being comfortable. But don't worry, because your sudden wealth is coming. Like I say, work on your money, work on you. It's going to be mature, just like you are mature. And it's going to be a perfect match. You're going to be mature in your souls, right? Together. But you just got to give it time. You are privileged to be even in the position that you are in. Alright, so please do take care of yourselves, Divine Feminine. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. You don't stress out. You detach. Not in a negative way, but you detach from the outcome. And believe that it will happen exactly how it has been planned. There are no mistakes in spirit. Spirit does not make no mistakes. So these are lessons that have already been determined are going to put him in the place of awakening, a place where he is going to surrender. But you cannot chase after him, because all you're doing is causing delays. I mean, it's easier said than done. I know that for a fact, you know. But we gotta try to just focus on ourselves and focus on our healing. Do whatever it is that, you know, that you can to get out of his energy and stop chasing him energetically too. So thank you so much for watching, my twins, and I hope this helped a lot. And I will see you in the next reading. Have a great night. I love you, love you.